And just a nice bucket there to really just sustain that lead.
Well, a few more possessions like that, and they'll do more than sustain the lead, Greg. I think they'll start to put this thing away by pulling away.
Swiped it away. Throws it up high. Porzingis passes to Galloway. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That'll be his second foul of the game. Grant is checked in for Langston Galloway.
And it's like raining buckets right now. I wonder if this is the early stages of a blowout.
Well, we got to be careful. Don't want to get ahead of ourselves just yet. But it has been pretty ugly so far, no doubt about that.
30 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Love kicks to Irving.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
The Cavaliers trail by 11. To the inside. Pass to Smith. It's deflected. And stolen by Williams. Grant kicks to Williams. And it's sent back by Irving. James has a two-pointer. And
Knicks fans, these are your Knicks City Dancers.
welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And the Knicks guys have been rolling right along here, haven't they?
And we've really seen them get out and establish a real nice rhythm offensively in this game.
Yeah, and they're finding ways to score multiple ways, playing well and sharing the ball, just operating good at the offensive end.
And one problem with the Cavs last season was they put immediate pressure on themselves. A part of that was the trade for Kevin Love.
6.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Setting the floor for the Knicks. Tony Roten out there with Calderon. Then there's Kyle O'Quinn. Then it's Kevin Seraphin. And it's Anthony in at the small forward. The Cavaliers trailed by 13. As you said, the Cavs put a lot of pressure on themselves because of the trade. You could see it affect the way they came out of the gate, Clark.
And, you know, it was just night and day, Kevin, when the Cavs began to relax and click. I mean, a total transformation and turnaround. They would go 19-20 in the first 39 games and then 34-9 over the rest of the season once those guys gelled and got locked in.
On the wing, Irving. He's covered by Roten. Irving attacking. And good on the basket. Book it. Irving's got 5 points so far.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. Cavs were poised to make a huge run last year in the playoffs, swept the Celtics in the first round, but it cost them.
Yeah, and even though they did get that sweep, they lose Kevin Love for the rest of the way, and that put a big hurdle in their quest for the title.
So for the Knicks, Lopez, he's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Roten. The Knicks leading by 11.
No denying it, injuries were a big part of the storyline in the Cavs postseason. Fortunately, LeBron James was otherworldly after the first round. Took care of the Bulls, then went on to sweep the Hawks to get back to the finals.
Irving dishes to LeBron. Back to Irving. Cleveland gets it back. Beyond the arc. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. 8 points for Kyrie Irving.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense.
And for the Cavs last season, their toughest test would be in the finals against the Warriors. Like every other team, they just couldn't handle the Warriors for a full series. A great run to the finals, and surely they'll want to return there this season.
Aaron Aflalo, he's checked in for Kevin Seraphin. Shot clock at 6. And Anthony gets double-teamed. Some nice passing by New York here. And the dunk by Lopez.
How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed. And we've seen him do that before. Batter a defense by just exploding to the basket.
Galloway kicks to Calderon. Outside Anthony. Shoots from the baseline. The shot no good. So Cleveland will take it the other way. And finished off by LeBron.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
Yeah, excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
Irving. And it's blocked. And they'll keep possession. Again, Irving missing.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Outside Anthony. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist. Anthony's got the lead up to 13 now for New York.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
And he gets it to go.
There it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number one for them right now.
Zinkas, he's checked in for New York. Derek Williams comes in for Jose Calderon.
His ball distribution tonight just as good as it gets.
Yeah, it sure has been. I mean, all you have to do is look at the numbers. There's no lying in those totals.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Anthony comes in for Williams. And it's Tony Roten in for Langston Galloway. Launches it. Another miss by Shumpert.
Oh, that's a tough three-point try when you've got the defense right there.
Well, he'd have to be really good to knock down a shot like that against that kind of defense.
Dellavedova kicks to Shumpert. Passes it to Dellavedova. Fires, high post. It's Jefferson outside. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. The Knicks have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. And the first one at the line is good. Both free throws good from Anthony. Here's Dellavedova. There's 21 seconds left to play in the first half. Mozgov kicks to Dellavedova. Shot left block. The rebound by Roten. And a fast break now for the Knicks. Flowers running. Can't get it to fall.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the deep.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. Carmelo Anthony really has his fingerprints all over this one.
And in terms of points in that first half, you know, he's now at a point where we expect him to perform that way.
And, Greg, that tells you all you need to know about what a talent he is. I mean, I'll bet he adds a lot more to his totals after the break.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. Carmelo Anthony really has his fingerprints all over this one.
I'll tell you what, he put together an entire highlight reel in that first half alone. Just a collection of spectacular dunks.
An explosive display it was, fellas. They might have to get the backup rim ready if he keeps attacking the hoop like he did before the break.
So on the floor for Cleveland, Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. And it's Thompson in at the 5 down low. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That is his first foul of the game. Outside Irving. Kicks it out to Love. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 3 assists in the game.
You know what, guys? He can really light it up from the perimeter at times.
And no doubt about it, in order for them to be successful, he has got to be a catalyst when it comes to scoring.
Lays it up and banks it in. Irving's got 5 points now in the quarter.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
New York calls timeout.
Well, I know last year the Knicks seemed to me to be very passive offensively, and that can sometimes be the case when you're trying to learn the triangle offense, but they never seem to attack the rim at all.
Greg, as you mentioned, the Knicks very shy at going to the rim last year. Really could have used that dynamic among a lot of things to their game.
Yeah, and no doubt about it. I mean, think about this. The Knicks were last in the league in drives per game as a team. So they struggled shooting when they did attack the rim, only 42%. So those areas have to improve if this team wants to become competitive.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Lopez. Derek Williams comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Calderon in for Aaron Aflalo. The drive by LeBron. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Well, nobody said, Greg, being in the NBA was for the faint of heart. The Knicks in a few short years have gone from a playoff team, unfortunately, to the worst team in the NBA.
Hard to fathom, Kevin, that the Knicks did enter last season with playoff aspirations, but that quickly vanished. They were just completely overmatched and overwhelmed.
You know, the Knicks made the playoffs every season between 1988 and 2001. It's kind of strange now to see the Knicks struggle to get into the playoffs so often. Only 3 trips in the playoffs the last 10 seasons.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Lopez, he's checked in for Kevin Serafin. Porzingis comes in for Kyle O'Quinn. Anthony's checked in for Williams. And it's Aflalo in for Jose Calderon. James, the pass to Irving. From deep. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. James has got 3 assists now in this one.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
30.
And listen, the pressure is always on the Knicks to make the playoffs just because of where the team is. Being in New York can have its advantages, but it comes with expectations that your team will be in the postseason.
To the paint. Thompson with the bucket.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Anthony against James. Anthony drives in, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson.
And it's strange to think that early last year, all the talk in the media was about the in-house fighting on the Cavs. Goes to show just how much better things are for a team when they're winning.
And New York making a change here. Roten's checked in. And the shot is good.
An extremely efficient and productive game for him. But again, he's not going to be able to do it all by himself.
Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Irving for 3. Knicks with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Anthony drives in. New York, no good that time either.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Out of bounds, New York takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
New York leading by 18 to the left wing. Porzingis passes to Anthony. Over to the left wing. He's looking for Lopez and finds him. 5 to shoot. And the rejection by James. Aflalo, no good. The Cavaliers trail by 18. And James throws it down hard. Just floating to the rim on that slam.
Boy, when he gets up and stays
Man,
up.
you could clock his hang time with an hourglass.
Dishes it to Aflalo. Lopez passes to Porzingis. And it's Aflalo penetrating. Great communication on the alley-oop. And the Knicks lead by 18.
36.
How nice was that alley-oop? Those two really have a good connection.
Yeah, read each other so well. It's a play I'm sure, Clark, they love to run.
And as a receiver, though, he doesn't necessarily feel the need to go for that monster finish. Just the nice little silky smooth layup.
Here's Porzingis. Misses the 3. Here's Love. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board. And well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. New York ahead. They lead by 14. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. Welcome back as we get ready to start the 4th quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. And the Cavaliers call time here.
You know, he just, like every other coach, can't stand when the defense gives up points on the inside. And boy, are they struggling in there.
Yeah, well, they're getting pummeled in there. So you've got to figure out a way to make some adjustments to try to change that around. And that's why he needed the timeout. That was a good time to call the timeout to try to settle everybody down and get back into their offensive rhythm. They've been coughing up the rock an awful lot.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. I got a chance to hear what the Cavaliers head coach was saying to his team. He didn't exactly take it easy on them, saying, how much do you want it? Don't tell me. Show me out there. We have to play better. We have to play harder if we're going to come back. Guys?
Thank you, Doris. Kevin Serafin is out there. Kyle O'Quinn. Then there's Calderon. Then it's Williams. And it's Galloway in the 1. That's the 5 for New York right now. And the foul on Kyle O'Quinn.
That's his second.
That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
Here's Irving. Soft touch off the glass. Irving's got 20.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
And the dunk by Love.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful 2-hand jam. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
James against Williams. Pass to O'Quinn. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Tony Roden, he's checked in for New York. The Cavaliers trail by 12. Irving drives in. Got a hand on it. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here.
3 points, Phoenix.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter.
I mean, the Knicks were bad last year, and it became evident early on. As the season grew older, more and more of their national coverage games were being pulled.
Good on the second free throw. The Knicks leading by 11. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. And that one's good. Roten. For the Knicks, losing a lot of nationally televised games, too. It seemed like every time they were around, they were losing. It might have been a blessing in disguise.
Well, I hope they look at it in a positive vein. It did give them a chance to focus on player development there in New York. Also allowed them to shut down Melo for the season.
Irving from long range. And another miss by Cleveland.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense.
Well, he's an undersized center, but he more than makes up for it with some serious leaping ability.
Here's Roten. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. James has got 3 rebounds now in this one. For 3, Smith. It's rebounded by New York.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
8-second violation.
Well, they say you should shoot your way out of it, but